Father's Day. Thank you, Cisco, for reminding. You're welcome. So I just have two little reflections. One, all of you, how many fathers here? Let's see a show of hands. Oh my God. Incredible. There you go, Father and Mother. And so I can remember years ago I was driving home after closing down the office, our old office, and I see this guy named Mike, and he's sitting on a bus bench in front of White Memorial Hospital, and he's wearing scrubs, and so I see him there, and I know that he's gotten a job after finishing his 18 months here. He got a job at White Memorial, kind of transporting patients and equipment. And I know that he doesn't live in the projects anymore, and he kind of raised himself. He never had a father, and kids aren't supposed to be good at raising themselves, so got into a neighborhood, went to prison, came here. Anyway, I swung by and I said, hey, get in the car, I'll take you home, and he lives in Glendale now. And so as we're going, we're talking about stuff and finances and things, and all of a sudden he says, you know what we're going to do right now? Myself and my lady and my two morritos, we're going to sit down and have dinner. And then he says, I don't eat. I just watch them eat. And my lady, she gets low-key with me because I don't. But I said, I want to make sure there's enough food for them, and they eat, and I thank God that they're in my life. And then when they've finally had enough, and I know they're full, and then I eat. And he goes, the truth is sometimes there's food left and sometimes there isn't. Tú sabes, he says. It's a father thing. And all of you here who are fathers, you're doing the father thing. And maybe sometimes you didn't have guideposts to know exactly how to do that, but we congratulate you because you know how to do that. I was thinking about my dad. He died about 30 years ago, I guess, of a brain tumor. He was 70 years old, which is my age, which kind of makes you think. And he had never been away from my mom, like in 45 years of marriage. So he was in the hospital. There he was, and it just lasted like a month, and then he died. And so I went to pick up my mom to take her to the hospital, and she comes out of the house. I'm waiting by the car, and she comes out with all these magazines and books, and then a big long pillow with a flowery pillowcase. And I go, hello, they have pillows at St. Vincent's Hospital. She rolls her eyes, she goes, oh, your father, he wanted a pillow from my side of the bed. And I didn't think much of it, but we both just sort of rolled our eyes. I went to the hospital, St. Vincent's Hospital, and my mom walked in, gave him a kiss, and put the pillow behind his head, and she rushes into the restroom. I'm looking out the window, I'm about to tell him, hey, you got a nice view from up here. And when I turned, he had taken the pillow and he was holding it at his face, and he was just inhaling the scent of this woman whose bed he had never been away from in 45 years. And anyway, he was a great father, and I think about him all the time. So breathe in the spirit that delights in your being, and breathe that spirit out into the world. And fathers, continue to do what you're doing. You're noble, you're heroic, and you're choosing to be fathers, and you know exactly what, it's a father thing. So happy Father's Day.